Sure. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and thank you for joining another scene for Living World of Darkness Changeling Venue. The scene starts off with Caldwell pretty much closing up shop uh, as he is expecting guests to handle some business between himself and some other changelings. And so he's making everybody is thoroughly taken care of and you know escorted out the building, so to speak. Um, and he earlier in that day had reached out to Charles or Sir Cararis, letting him know that he would like to speak with him regarding the issue with this upcoming war that we are fighting alongside with the Garo, apparently. Um, and he said to go ahead and spread, the word in case anybody else wanted to get on, on it as well. And Caldwell will, mention it to other commoners in case they wanted to, um, you know, take part somehow as well. So we'll just say that Caldwell is basically waiting for everyone to arrive.
Something else in the message that Charles would have, because I'm assuming this would happen. He'd do the courtesy of giving Caldwell, since it's his establishment, a heads up. I may be bringing a guest involved in these matters. Would that be too much trouble?
They need to get a curt reply via courier, and just says no.
All right, then I'll.
That was a lot of energy for. Seriously, you hired a courier for a piece of paper that says no.
Yep.
Tradition must be upheld.
This was not like that in Arcadia. This was not like that in Arcadia, guys.
Or text message, it doesn't matter. Whatever. It gets the messages across somehow.
I delivered it in highly trained songbirds.
Eve's old fish that walked on land. That really wore a top hat. Looked like a Dr. Seuss character. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Send a commoner. Send a commoner.
It's like it's on a big piece of paper. It takes the whole paper just to say no in like huge letters.
Oh, it's a small.
Oh.
Just keeps unfolding. It's just like. Oh. Okay.
Wait, if it has an underline, then it's fine. It's an underline that makes the difference.
All right. Well, I think I'll be quote unquote fashionably late with the guest, just so that we can have everyone there when the guest arrives.
Well, I'll make it easy here. Nisha was probably heading over there anyways because she's probably out of the tea by now, so she'll need to get some more. And so what you will see actually ahead of her, because it's safe to assume that where Inaba is, there is a jackrabbit that sort of walks it through the door and just sort of pauses right in front of it, then moves off to the side. Just kind of looking around.
Yeah, Caldwell will definitely at least hear that, because when the door opens, it literally moans like an old man. And yeah, he just kind of just turns around and peeks over the counter and sees Inaba. And he kind of just takes that as his cue to just go ahead and start getting Misha's what he would consider her favorite tea prepared. And at least getting the water purified and hot. And he'll just wait for her to kind of like see herself in. She's been in the place before, so she's practically like, regular. So.
Yeah, no, I mean, the fact that she actually sells some of your stuff. So, I mean, but yeah, she, like a minute later, it's not too much later, she just kind of let Inaba hop ahead. Yeah, Misha kind of wanders in the door. She is actually holding, like, a bowl of ice cream from some ice cream place that is probably down the street. I don't know. No, you know what? It's gelato because I can.
Mm-hmm.
And because he doesn't really serve a lot of that stuff, so she's pretty sure he'll be okay if she brings it in.
Mm-hmm.
And it explains why she's late. Well, after the bunny. And yeah, she kind of wanders in, and if he's standing up there, she'll sort of wave to him. And when she passes Inaba starts following her right after her, as a good bunny does.
Good bunny do. How are you doing this evening, Misha?
Not too bad, actually. For once, it isn't the worst night to sleep.
Isn't that the truth? I'm getting your tea prepared.
Thank you.
Hopefully nobody else will be too much longer.
Do you have anything that might be appropriate for, as she kind of glances down?
Inaba?
Yeah.
I hate to be stereotypical, what about some sliced carrots?
Carrots, lettuce. She likes veggies.
Awesome. I'll make sure I don't have anything too old.
Appreciated. I don't need a sick Inaba.
He kind of just chuckles to himself, and he just kind of disappears into the kitchen.
Yeah, and she'll sort of sit down. Probably start looking at her phone while she's... Actually, she'll probably pick up Inaba and put her in her lap and kind of be half playing with her, like half petting her and half on her phone.
Yeah, it isn't too much longer before he comes back out with julienne carrots and some slices of lettuce leaves. Yeah.
Inaba immediately hops off her lap and goes for that. Inaba was hungry.
I mean, he was gonna put it on the table for her, so she could just literally just put her little bunny feet on the table and eat.
Oh, that would be hilarious. If you actually start to walk over there and do that, yeah, then Misha will just kind of put her on top.
Yeah, you don't mind.
If he doesn't mind the animals on the table.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
The door opens again, and you guys see... Go on, Michael.
You see Sir Kararis, Keeper of the Diamond Word, walking in as he's escorting a guest along with him. Definitely not a changeling. He doesn't have the same taste of glamour in the air around him. But at the same time, they seem to be at least having a pretty, steady, solid conversation. Actually, quite pleasant, actually. To be honest, this is actually a rare treat. I actually have not been in this place yet, so we will be both having a first experience. Vaughn.
Mm-hmm.
Good evening. Where are my manners? This is Mr. Monday. Mr. Monday. This is sorry, I said Vaughn. It's Cadwell.
Sorry. I was going to say, who is this Vaughn you speak of?
This is Mr. Cadwell, and this is the lovely Misha I was telling you about as one of the interested individuals.
The guy who Charles or Sir Karar is talking is a Prince too. He is he looks like a bit of a nerd. There is a seriousness about him. Like, he is not extremely how do I say? He's not like, oh yeah, I'm here, let's go. Let's drink all the coffee. Or like, oh yeah, man, tea, let's go. Oh yeah, come on. let's drink tea, dog. Like, he's not like that. He is his hands are like not in his pockets. He seems very nice, and there's a friendly air about him though. And he smiles. His teeth are white. There's just you see the whiteness. The second he smiles, it's just like awkward. It's too white. But he smiles and says, hello, I am Mr. Monday.
Yeah, Caldwell walks over and yeah, he clasps his hands together, kind of rubbing them almost nervously. He even like squeezes them, and you hear like loud pops from his hands, or at least his knuckles cracking. Um, and he kind of like drops them to his side and gives a small like just like bow of hello to Kararis.
Mhm.
And just whispers, Sir Kararis, thank you for coming.
Oh, please, you can call me Charles at this moment. We're not on to official Fisher matters yet.
As you say, then. And he turns and extends his hand to Mr. Monday. And it's a pleasure meeting you, Mr. Monday. You may call me Caldwell.
He nods. Thank you.
This is my establishment, Ritual Tea. I don't have any alcohol here, or soda, or coffee, or anything else other than tea. Would you like some tea?
Maybe some water?
And water, excuse me.
Tea's fine. Is this an establishment that is only for your friends? Because if that's such case, I will keep this information with myself.
I have, truth be told, I have had many come here, at least from what if I know your affiliation, or can guess it.
We can say that I am from the Central Park people.
Then I believe I've hosted at least 2.
He nods. How nice.
I believe.
I
But-
understand.
Please, come in.
It's hard to keep secrets like that sometimes.
Understandable.
At least, especially when we're working so close together, or at least some of us are. But I hope I did not offend.
Actually, I know one who I believe has passed away, but she was dating one of us.
He's like, keep nodding. Ah, how nice.
Misha's
was-
not mentioning Saoirse at this point because she is alive. The dead one can't get in trouble.
May his
At that point,
Oh.
Shea walks in
Mm.
with the groan of the door, having not a single success on her thing. She just goes, "Oh God, what does it have to fucking groan?"
Charles sort of gets a glassy eye, sort of like a glassy-eyed 1,000-yard stare look. He doesn't even turn around. He doesn't say anything, but it's very clear that, like, the moment this individual has walked in, suddenly it's almost like he's tuning something out.
Misha's actually going to poke him in the side, attempting to be a little bit discreet about it. But she's actually going to poke him just so at least he can put on a proper face. Also, she likes poking him. It's fun.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't poke back, so that makes it even funner.
Yes.
What did Shea do? I'm sorry, I didn't understand.
Shea just walked in.
Walked in
Okay.
with a raging headache, I think.
Because she
That's
doesn't have
nightmare.
a success on the nightmares, so she's like,
Well, that's a botch.
Oh, is it? Oh, yes, because it's diff. What is
7.
it? This 7.
Oh, well, here we go
Oh,
then, guys.
shit. Oh, boy.
The easiest week we've had yet. All right,
Oh, boy.
well, we should redo that entrance.
Start over.
I mean, for the moment, it still works. It's probably as loud as fuck.
The lad of fuck kind of like turns towards this takes this guy's attention as he looks.
And she smiles at him.
What's up, Shea?
Not my mood. Ow.
That much seems apparent. Are you okay?
When I wake up, I will be.
Do you want something to drink?
She narrows her eyes at that comment. That is a weird comment.
Yeah, thanks, please.
You're normal?
Yeah.
And he just quietly nods and just kind of gives a small little quiet huff and goes about making everybody drinks.
You know what? It doesn't hurt anything at this point. That comment is pretty sus.
Hmm.
Nisha is going to dig into her phone, go back a few months, and find a picture of Shea, herself, and Maxine wearing the horrible Hello Kitty dresses. And she is going to push it into her face.
So what does she? I was reading the comment. What does she give?
She's basically she's thinking that you might, because you said when you wake up. So she's testing the grounds by basically pulling up something she thinks you might find banal, which is a reminder of Maxine's death. So she pulled up a picture of the three of them in the Hello Kitty bridesmaid dresses, and basically pushed it in her face to see if that does anything in terms of banality, because that's the only way to fix it if someone's gotten stuck in the dream. So you just have to decide if that would be banal.
It's up to me, I guess.
It is. What is banal for your character?
I think it's like for narrator and the character itself. Do you think Shea finds that banal, Nelson?
Because death can be pretty banal.
Yeah, but death would be the thing. Is she also sees her mother's ghost right now?
I would say like you would see like your mother's ghost looking at you, and it looks pretty real to you.
Yeah.
At the wall, and at the same time, Misha just immediately pulls this photo of death, and death as a concept can be very banal, but it's not something she does. It's something Misha does. So I don't think it is banal for Shea yet, at least.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, this is just Nisha trying to make us a stab in the dark as to what would work as banality for her, you know? Okay, so you just so what is your reaction then?
She just kind of pushes the phone away, and she looks to Steve, where is the ghost standing?
Towards the wall, one of the walls.
Yeah, she pushes the phone away, and she just stares at the wall. What seems to be a wall to everybody. And I'm gonna roll willpower for some. Then she's trying to not to do something.
Okay. You pass with one success.
It's not for the nightmares, but yeah, it's she's holding something. Yeah, she's like just staring at the wall. Then
all your rolls at like +2 difficulty. That's why it was like
okay.
38.
Okay.
But yeah,
it's to not cry. It's worse to not cry, but yeah, she's just standing there.
Okay.
Mr. Monday is just like looking at her and looking at everybody, like, is like, okay, he's like, huh?
Don't worry about it. Some people have been having some issues recently.
Oh, that is quite sad.
Codwell, what I have to say, I would assume that you have more than just what's on the main menu for these things. This is a special occasion. Would you like to break open the secret menu or reveal at least a few of the secrets?
Ooh, actually, you want to try mine? As she holds out a whole, because was there a whole pot or just one cup?
It was just a cup, but he has a pot like kind of like made on the side, so like he can like serve it to you when you're ready.
Fair enough. Just like, you want to try mine? It's really interesting.
What pray tell is involved in it?
I mean, you should taste it and then you would know.
Oh, a challenge. Daring challenge. Yes, give me a glass of that, and a cup also of whatever suits your fancy, Codwell.
Interesting. I have to say that the secret menu, anyways, has been based on at least those that have come here and given me, some interesting combinations that I've been kind of keeping them if they like them specifically. So But so if you have something you always wanted to try, I can try to whip it up for you. But I will give you a taste of Misha's.
I'll be right back. And she heads towards the bathroom. It's not she's running there. It's not like doesn't look like someone's going to throw up, but she's going to the bathroom.
Nobody's going to follow her if she seems to be walking normally.
And I don't want to be. I'm sorry to be the asshole, but Charles isn't following anyway. So.
Anthony just looks at Caldwell and says, "The business is new, as I understood."
So every time that he talks, I have to say that he's actually like stepping away from like where he's working to actually come near you because he whispers. So he seems a little frustrated because he's trying to, get this done. He just says, yes, Mr. Monday, I've been here and open for about 3 months now.
He nods. It's obvious that he was going to say something, but understood your frustration. Then he stops.
I apologize. Did you want to say something while I was here?
It's completely okay. We can talk about it later.
He just silently nods and just shuffles and slew back to where he was working, making the tea. So yeah, he goes through the process of basically just getting the water prepared, steeping the tea, this, that, and the other, blah blah blah, and provides Misha probably with another cup just in case, and then slides a cup in front of Charles. The china itself is actually kind of faded and even chipped. The handle almost even doesn't even like connect all the way to the from the top to the base, but it still seems pretty sturdy. And he just slides in front of you and kind of looks at you with interest.
He says as he takes a look into it, and this is something like something inherited, or at least well taken care of for something of this kind. He says as he takes it and he breathes it in.
And what you smell is like a rich, earthy, but also kind of reminds you of the ocean almost.
And with that, he takes that sip, and I mean, he actually takes his time to like smell, taking the whiffs of it, and takes a not a tentative sip, but a very polite sort of takes a very polite mouthful of it, and not like a wine connoisseur in which they would like swish it around or anything like that, but he does like hold it in his mouth to take the flavors for a brief moment before.
Maybe you should tell him what it is. We'll see.
I forgot what it was. Was it a seaweed base?
Yes, there's definitely seaweed in it.
Yeah. So what you taste, Charles, is a tea that is very it's light, but it has a heavy earthy richness to it, where it would remind you what seaweed tastes like, and probably a little bit. Did we say there was like a fish tinge to it as well?
I don't know if you figured out a way for that, but if you figured out a way, I can't remember.
We'll just say it's just mostly like a sea. It tastes like the seaweed.
There's a type of fish like bonito. You could do like bonito flakes or something like that to add the fishiness to it. So.
Well, then we'll say that's in there then, I guess.
Sorry, I don't mean to step on your toes.
I know. I welcome it because I am a total tea noob. So I have you could help me in any way possible, that is cool. I appreciate it.
Well, I mean, it's not usually used for tea. It's mostly used for like ramen and like fish stock bases. But if you lose like a small amount of it, it might be something to add to the flavor of the tea if you're trying to go for the fishiness. So,
Yeah, but it's basically a Selkie special, you know, like.
Definitely remind you of a certain pizza.
It's only one success because you know difficulty. But yeah.
Yep. Very, very oceanic.
It's good, right?
It's certainly an intriguing, intriguing rolling of flavors.
Mr. Monday, I apologize. I've been totally rude. Would you like a cup to try?
No, thank you. I was surprised with the word oceanic. It's the first time I hear it, actually.
How about a scone? Would you like a scone?
Oh, see, what is scone?
It's like a
It's kind of like a cookie.
Yeah,
kind of. Like a thick cookie that has fruit flavors in it.
I would love to have one.
Awesome.
Scones are good.
Scones are good. Out of the bathroom, they'll hear a moaning kind of scream of "Mom!"
Mr. Monday will look up.
Yeah, Misha will head over there.
Charles does not even respond. He keeps taking another sip of his tea.
Codwell just gives this like nails on a chalkboard face, hearing her scream because of acute senses or acute hearing. But he goes back into the kitchen and grabs these scones that are already pre-made, and he also grabs some like those are biscuits or cookies or whatever they're called, the English equivalent. Excuse me.
They call them biscuits.
Yeah, so he'll grab some biscuits as well, and he'll come back and place them before Mr. Monday, and even a glass of water just in case.
Thank you. It's kind of awkward when someone like screams in the toilets. So he's says like "Mom," so he's like, "Oh, okay."
Things are great. Things are good.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, when he hears that and he looks at Mr. Monday, Caldwell just kind of looks at him. He doesn't look him in the eye, but like you can tell he's looking at him like, yeah, this is a little embarrassing, but
he doesn't say anything. He is just like trying to like. There will be a topic coming anyway, but like he doesn't want to open it when it's uncomfortable for everybody at the moment. So he doesn't want to open it right now. Like the topic is coming. He doesn't like. It's obvious that he doesn't like this. He's not a guy who likes to waste his time.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
I was about to say he's gonna eventually follow Misha back there because I mean Shea is a friend, so to speak, or regular, so he would be kind of concerned. So that would leave Mr. Monday and Charles to talk if they wanted to. But I'm still listening because I got good senses.
Yeah, hear everything going on in your establishment.
Man, it must suck when someone has diarrhea in your bathroom.
Oh, don't lie! What do I think about that?
Now we will never unthink it.
Oh no!
But yeah, Misha walks into the bathroom and just kind of heads directly, like if she sees Shea. If she's in a stall, that's something else, but...
No, she's not in the stall, she's on the floor. She seems to be hugging something that's not there.
Shea.
She'll look to her, and she looks up to what she's supposed to be hugging and goes, "Hey, Misha, this is Mom."
You know what she's going to do? Because you know what? Everybody keeps swearing by this way of doing it. She is going to pull out... She's going to go Big Bang Theory, because why not at this point?
No.
It's worked before, according to other people. It's just not something she would ever normally think of, but since she's heard of it, yeah, she's going to pull it up on her phone and try that on Shea, see if that's just if that might shake her out of it, because that's creepy. She thinks she sees her dead mother.
Bazinga.
So what does she show?
Big Bang Theory. A really terrible episode of it, like the worst possible episode.
A 10-hour Bazinga reel.
I've seen a few episodes. What happens in the episode?
I don't know. Something nerdy, something to do with girls.
Something cringy. Like, not the good kind of nerdy, the cringy nerdy.
Oh, see, I like the Big Bang Theory. But everybody else seems to hate it, so I'm going with it.
You guys, can you both roll glamour difficulty 8?
Okay. I'm just what are you? Can we use willpower on it? No, I guess not.
No.
No. Sadly.
Oh, I got 1 success.
Okay, you're
And
fine.
I botch.
Please inform Carol.
No, I think a botch just means that I get a banality from this. For as many ones as I got, and I only got 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just got a banality. And so as she's showing this to her, yeah, she's like visibly flinches. It flinches, and it gets a little cold in the room. Probably just as Caldwell walks in.
Caldwell wouldn't come in because it's a female, a woman's restroom, but
then knocks on the door.
Yeah.
But you overhear the Bazinga, don't you, with your acute hearing?
Oh no, I
Wrong. Banality, please.
You said roll banality?
You roll your glamour.
I think he should have a lower diff, because all he's doing is hearing it. He's not seeing it.
You passed.
It's fine for now.
I've heard this before. I've been forged in the fire of Bazinga.
So I will add banality to my stuff, but yeah,
She
either
comes
way.
to herself, by the way. Like, she doesn't see her mother anymore.
Okay, so she kind of shakes herself and she goes, oh, thank you.
Yeah, Misha kind of wraps her arms around herself a little bit and just kind of nods sort of stiffly, because that's never a good feeling.
Yeah, she looks at her. Sorry.
You just hear a quiet knock at the door.
It's okay. This shit sucks.
And she just nods. And she'll just Vaughn, how are the bathrooms like to wipe your hands? Is it one of those things with the paper that you pull down?
Sure.
Yeah, she kind of pulls down hard because of the state she's in. So there's a big with the paper come down, and she just wipes her face in it.
While Shay's doing that, she's gonna go to the door because there is somebody out there. She'll kind of open it and be like, "I think she's okay now."
Okay, that's good to know. Do you need me for anything?
No, just give us a couple minutes. We'll be out.
He just nods quietly and turns and shuffles back into the main room behind the counter. I apologize. They'll just be a minute or two. How do you like the scones?
Quite nice. Should we send the lady to a hospital?
No. They just need a minute to get themselves together and they'll be fine.
That's disappointing.
Can I P&E that?
Mm-hmm.
I feel that was obvious.
I know. I just wanted to, be fair about it. But if you're gonna say it's obvious, like
no, it's obvious. It's just like, oh, that's disappointing.
Caldwell just rubs the back of his neck, like, man, this guy. Okay.
Fucking noble hating on commoners.
What? What? What are you talking about? A classist system?
Hey,
Crazy.
Just kind of gives.
To be fair, he doesn't hope she was dead. She just hopes she was going to the hospital.
Is it safe to assume that after a few minutes they pretty much do head out, though?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. When she comes, she goes, I didn't say hi to everybody when I came in. And she'll actually, well, goes, hi Charles, and hi Mr. Monday, right?
Yes, Mr. Monday.
And Caldwell, sorry I screamed back there. I know you don't like that.
It's fine, Shea. Here, have a scone, and I'll have you a cup of tea here in a moment.
Thanks.
And that moment happens, and Shea has her tea, and Caldwell just turns and says, "Well, I believe we're ready to discuss the heart of the matter, why we're all here."
Mr. Monday, the floor is yours.
The guy kind of like smiles very fakely. It's obvious that it's a fake smile, and it's not because of like he's being like trying to be like, oh, I'm so happy. It's just like like when someone is given a floor, they like smile, but they don't know why they smile.
It's like, okay, cool.
Okay,
Cool.
I'm trying to be winning.
I guess. He says there used to be deals and there used to be a lot of cooperation between two parties in the past. There used to be a war in your side that happened a couple years ago, which we aided in our best of our capabilities, and we have our leaders have been asked help from the society, the leaders of your society, and they have agreed. I believe that we are receiving a lot of good individuals, but it was allowed to us that we can have more people who wishes to help us as we all live in this place. He looks at Shea.
No, sorry, that was a
Okay.
I didn't.
Now I just wanted to came here and basically talk and communicate with everybody who to see what kind of things that they're good at, so I can try to put them in places where they would be most useful.
Can I ask you a question before you do?
Please.
What do we know about this enemy? What is the? I mean, I know you guys have your secrets and all that, but can you give us a little more information on the situation?
He kind of stands in silence for 20 seconds.
Hackling.
And then he says, there are every part of the society, as far as I understood, because I have been used as a messenger, or I have been used as someone who deals with the outsiders to our system, and I am outsider to your system or to your people. And as far as I understood, that there was always individuals who have been seen as bad or good or enemies. Our society has enemies as well, and these enemies has been working against us for a long time. What happened is these enemy that you are right now that I'm explaining is, imagine horrifying creatures that will arrive here and try to kill everything on their path. Now, I know, to my knowledge, and I was told that your society shares a closer similarity to my society because we have a place that we go, we have a bond to, and I heard that your society has also a place that they have a bond to. So this battle probably will be in this place that we have a bond to.
Misha's eyes get big. That is so cool.
So we're going. I'm sorry.
Please continue.
So just to be clear, that we'll be going into your place of this bond that you have. We'll be going there.
Yes.
Okay.
It will be this very different experience, to my understanding, because as far as I know, none of you have been there, and we have been searching what kind of things you may see and what kind of problems you may see. And we don't think, as far as our research go, we don't think there is a problem that will cause when you come to the place that we say we come to that place that we have a bond to. One thing that was told to me that you will have your seeming in that place. I don't know what this word means, to be honest. Not gonna lie, I have not been seen anything. I only see your faces at the moment. So this was what I was told by someone who has connection to this. Someone who, from my side, who has a connection to your side. And please go on.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Go
I was
on.
gonna say, if this is a place we're going to be, can we have something to call it other than the werewolf place?
This almost sounds
Charles-
like a pro quo should be here.
Charles sort of almost stiffens a little bit, and he sort of looks at Mr. Monday at the W word being invoked.
He doesn't say anything, like they know. It's a common knowing that the werewolves live in Central Park, and he said that I'm a Central Park person, so he doesn't like get offended by anything because it's just like now he has a right to call you guys fairies.
She literally doesn't care if he does. It's funny.
So
she calls herself that sometimes.
We can say it's a if a name is very needed, we can say we will go to the. He thinks for a second while Amachan thinks a cool name for the Umbra.
Just call it the spirit world.
Yep. The dream time. Wait a minute. That might be a little bit too much.
That would be awkward.
Oh yeah, no, we go to the dream time all the time. I don't see what the difference is.
Welcome to the Nuna High.
He says the second world. Let's just call it the second world.
She nods.
Or he says reflection.
Second world or reflection is fine. We can use that interchangeably.
Yeah, she nods. She just wants to know. She doesn't want to sound like an idiot if she has to say something.
Now, there is a 50 very elite force that we have been told that we will have. Other than this, we understand that people here, other than those who works in system, are just normal individuals, and we understand that we may need to make deals. And I am the guy who has been given a right to make deals, as he says with a smile, because it's a bit like unprofessional thing to say. Like, I am the guy.
I'm the guy.
And then he says, now, while I have to underline this, I can't give a bunch of secrets. I can give different things. And now, for example, Caldwell, Mr. Caldwell, do you mind if I say what I have in mind?
He just kind of
Or-
opens up his hands and kind of like spreads his arms out to the horizon, and he just says, "The stage is all yours."
For example, you have been starting in this business for 3 months. You have different teas, and maybe what we can do is give you a very good. He thinks for a second. OOC, yeah, advertisement. Maybe new teas from very different and elegant places. He, opens his hands. Those things are among my reach. Or because we are in company right now, and I don't think that you want to be. Not everybody needs to know what you want to have. We can make a deal in private as well.
Although those things do sound nice, I have to say I'm not one that is driven by cupidity. I would like something a little bit more basic. And what I require is information.
What kind of information?
Something worth helping you in a war for?
Well,
something you can give me that maybe I keep to myself?
Caldwell's a very good secret keeper by nature.
he nods. Are you interested in secrets that?
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you interested in secrets that is going on around the world that we are in right now? For example, there's a lot of things happens around everyone, actually.
Well, that depends. But I have to say that considering that I'm working closer to you all, I am rather interested in you and your friends. Maybe something that helps me understand you guys a little bit better.
Our society sadly doesn't like to share information. It is very sad. He smiles. But I'm sure that you will learn about us by working with us. He smiles very softly. Not like a fuck you smile, but like, understand me smile.
And he just gives him a rather deadpan look. And he just says, well, I guess it's a good thing that I'm rather observant. And things always get, left to the wind. Who knows what I might catch in my web. But I'm sure we can come up with something else, maybe, perhaps. We'll talk about it later. We don't need to hold up the proceedings.
Exactly.
I would be interested in something like what you mentioned, pulling a few strings, get my shop known a little better.
Done and done.
I have a shop in Brooklyn.
What kind of shop?
I sell artisan and crafted items made by other people. I contract with them. For example, I actually sell some of Caldwell's teas there.
I heard Emma Watson was there once. Is
Who
it that
was?
one? Is it the one with Emma Watson and Alice Amari?
Yes. Alice Amari has done concerts there.
Nice.
And Emma Watson has bought something there, which certainly brought up business.
Oh, by the way, and he kind of scoots off for a second, comes back and gives Mr. Monday an Alice Amari t-shirt.
Thank you. Thank you. He takes it, but like He doesn't want to offend anybody, but like he is not interested in pop.
Especially J-pop.
Yeah, share kind of gig.
Only
Share kind of gig wouldn't wait. Hey, do you have Emma Watson's number?
nice for you, I guess. He smiles.
Yeah.
Caldwell just puts his hand over his mouth as he hears that.
How we can help you, Miss Shea?
She'll think. And she thinks her new friend or people that person she's going to work with is going to like that. She smiles. There's a women's shelter I've started doing benevolent work at. I'll ask my friend, but I'm pretty sure she'll be happy with more money to help the girls. It's a women's
Who's your
shelter.
friend?
Sophia. is what
Yeah,
they
she'll
say.
say her name is Sophia, and she'll say the name of the shelter.
You're seriously dragging my mage into this.
Hey, she doesn't have to do anything. It's just for the prize. If she's just going to give money to it, she doesn't have to get involved. Because I don't want. Yeah, she'll actually say, I don't want my friend involved. I just want to give money to the shelter, money to go to the shelter.
That is something we can do.
I think it's called an anonymous donation.
Yes, there will be an anonymous donation.
Smile and nod.
Now it come to the part where certainly I will have to ask questions. And what is the capabilities that we can receive from you guys?
He just kind of looks around to see if anybody wants to talk first.
He just kind of holds his hand out to Bisha. Ladies first.
You're such a gentleman.
I do try.
Well, probably the main thing that I'm assuming that you would probably find useful in a battle is the fact that I can heal people. It isn't the most common thing among my people, but I can do it. I can actually set it up so that people are automatically getting healed as they're fighting.
Quite nice.
She nods because she knows that. You said you were going to see our seemings, huh?
I think we will. I'm not sure. Never seen a theory in a reflection before.
Well, I mean, you were told that we would, right?
Yes.
Well, as part of an interesting sort of, I would be pretty good with scouting. I'm adept at being quiet.
There's a scouting party that will leave our place, our home soon. Would you mind joining us?
She nods. Sure. Also, if there are waterways around that you need someone to get behind, I'm extremely good in the water.
He nods. Thank you.
There's other various things, but I'm not sure how useful they'll be in whatever situations.
At the moment, it's mainly war. And the actions that will be done before or after the war.
am, speaking of war, I have some skill with a gun. With a knife, I can fight hand to hand as well.
He takes a deep breath and says, "Now, here is the problematic part. When we have asked the aid of your society, you have informed it will be a dangerous place to be in. So I want you to understand the fact that this will be a very dangerous place to be in."
She nods. A wilder saying no to an adventure? Are you kidding me? That's banality right there.
He will look at Shea.
I'm good at combat. I can fight with my fists pretty well. Well, I have a weapon that I just attached to my fists. Can be hell's a scary. I can intimidate people pretty easily, and well, I can quite literally eat anything. Weapons. If they try to stop you if they put a wall, I can eat it. I can quite literally eat anything.
He nods in this excessive information. There is an elite force that arrived to the city. Maybe you can join them.
I shall nod.
Oh, see? He's talking about Red Branch Knights. Those are a noble group of warriors.
No idea how awkward that would be.
Pardon?
Said your guy has no idea how awkward that would end up being.
Yeah, like Nelson, your character may know it might be very awkward for you to just only Red Branch Knights as a recap.
I can roll. Do you just say I know about them?
Yes,
or do you want
you're a recap. You're a recap. You know, Nobles doesn't like you. Most Nobles doesn't like you, or not a lot of changelings like you because you're a recap.
Yeah. If they accept me, I'll do it, but I don't think they will.
If you're a good warrior, why they shouldn't accept you?
They don't like my kind of people.
In every society, there is prejudice. As she looks at Mr. Monday.
That's very sad.
I'm also pretty good at scouting.
You can join the scouting team as well if you wish to.
She'll smile and nod.
He slowly turns towards the Caldwell.
And Caldwell just leans up against the back counter and crosses his arms over his chest and speaks. Unfortunately, I don't think I'd be worth the sweat and blood on the front line. My combat skills, at least my combat skills, are just rather lackluster from what I have observed of myself lately. Although I am adept at scouting, and I am rather observant. And I also seem to have a special connection with arthropods, which could help. So, like insects, like spiders or flies or ticks, fleas, and such. If you have such things in the reflection.
He nods. If you're good at sneaking and seeing things, because scouting is not just about sneaking, it's also about seeing things. If you wish, you can always join.
I believe I might be able to offer my expertise. I do have a question, though.
Please.
In this reflection, are we able to bring things in there of our own?
Maybe. Not sure. Oh, see, what do you want to bring?
Well, just in case anybody wanted to bring, like, their own, weapons, or let's say like a book and ink and stuff, or anything like that. Because I was about to bring up something else that he was interested in doing.
Okay. I will say, like, I will talk with Carol about it,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe, like, you guys can bring chimerical stuff.
Okay.
Good. A jackrabbit is useful in battle.
Also, if I may, because I don't know, but the occasion is rather momentous, I have to say. At least from my memory and my knowledge, I don't recall your people and my people getting together in some time. I would like to record the events in text as the historian, since I will not be able to fight alongside the others.
Just to warn you, Mr. Caldwell, that if we lose the battle, the enemy will not care if you are a historian.
He just smiles. I'll make sure that I am out of sight.
I don't
Before they
mind.
decide to turn me.
Caldwell is just gonna watch stuff and be like, write stuff down.
Pretty much. I mean, he also has eidetic memory. He could just sit there and watch it and just recall it all later, but,
Exactly.
Then he could be the scouting party as well, so at least he did something like that as well.
Yeah.
My dearest Edna, the war has been fought on two fronts.
You'll find a
And every night I go to bed sleep, remembering every single face I saw on the battlefield.
It's like, dear Leon, the Chancellor's fucked up.
I've seen things people wouldn't believe. Attack ships on fire off the shoulder of Orion.
Exactly. But yeah, he'll find a nice, big tree in the Umbra and just poke his head out and just keep an eye out. Make sure nothing untoward happens and they're fighting fair, like stuff like that.
Fucking Dead Branch Knight doesn't fuck around. I am the one who watches.
I am the captain now.
Oh no, he's no captain. But yeah.
Oh, Captain, my captain.
Oh, Captain, my captain.
I love that movie so much.
Such a good movie. But anyway. Well, if we're discussing where I would be best suited as far as a scouting mission or anything along those lines is concerned, as the liaison between our people, it would probably not be in the best interest to put the messenger into hazardous situations.
Misha literally rolls her eyes a little bit at this.
Yeah, she's like, fucking coward.
Man, that almost sounds familiar.
So let me get this right. You want to be a part of a battle without being a part of a battle.
I thought there was a scouting mission before the battle.
There is.
Mm-hmm. Who said I wasn't part of the battle?
Okay, then. She gives him like sort of a big like a big grin, but you know that sort of mischievous grin that she usually has.
Mm. Now, if you want an idea of what I'm capable of, Mr. Monday,
Yes.
I believe I had a conversation with the worm foe not too long ago.
Takes note of this word. What the hell's a worm foe? All right. She doesn't say that out loud. She's just like,
And I believe I made it very clear what I could contribute, if need be. But I think I would be far suited better as a strategist rather than a frontliner.
Can everybody roll me perception empathy?
Mm-hmm.
Would the
Can do.
with the discerning
Yes.
okay.
Could I do psychoanalysis instead?
oh, I got 5.
Yeah.
Perception psychology. Here we go.
I got 2.
Gonna check how much I have.
That is 4 successes.
He has 5 successes on hiding his intentions.
Nice.
He had a good roll.
Good for him.
See, that sucks because I literally got like percentage-wise, I probably got more than him. I got 100% of my dice.
I'm gonna say you got it. He is not happy. It's someone. Someone fucked up.
It's the word worm foe. Because that's what
Yeah.
Misha jumps to immediately.
Someone fucked up, and he knows who fucked up. You see that like face? You
Would you like another scone, Mr. Monday?
no.
Okay.
He kind of like looks and then says, "This person that you have spoken has tested you."
I provided a demonstration.
Maybe you can describe the demonstration so that he can understand.
That would be. Actually, I will ask. I will talk with my people.
I see. Sorry, what's the difficulty when you failed a nightmare roll? Is it +1 or +2?
Plus 2.
Plus 2.
Feel certain that most of the rest of us also have some abilities that may come in handy as well. But it's something that we have to see what fits. If you know what I mean.
Completely situational. Things happens all the time.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. It can be rather difficult to know what you need until you get there.
At least for us who don't know as much, the scouting mission will be all more important for us to see. what exactly it is that these horrid creatures are.
You will see the horrid creatures in the scouting mission, because even if I explain, I don't think that I think that those are something that you guys need to see with your eyes. Let's just say it that way.
I totally understand that.
I need to go and talk with my people. I thank you for the tea, and Mr. Charles, Mr. Agar, thank you for this meeting. Misha, Shea, Caldwell. I will inform our leaders and inform that we will get aid, a very good aid in the scouting mission and in war, possibly. It was a pleasure to be here. If there's any questions, please ask me. And
I think I've pretty much asked everything.
I believe I can talk to you in private regarding whatever favor that you wish you could offer. You talked about offering me.
completely, we can.
But I do want to thank you for coming. It was a pleasure meeting you, Mr. Monday, and you are welcome back here at this place. Just please call first.
Can I have your number then?
Sure. And he'll hand him over a card.
He will take it.
Has a coupon on the back of it for a free cup of tea or pot of tea or whatever. There you go. You enjoy that.
He looks at it and smiles. He gets up, nods to everyone.
Charles is going to at least escort him out the door to have a final chat before they go, or shake hands or whatever before As the door closes behind them, Charles puts his fingers together and is just like, I hope that wasn't forward of me to mention my abilities being tested.
He gives a very serious look and say, no. Our Wormfo had we had the knowledge of our Wormfo talking with the other society. Roll me perception empathy.
Because he totally didn't.
He didn't. But he doesn't want to cut his Wormfo in front of other people. That's not cool.
Oh, of course.
Would psychology still work on this one?
Yeah, please. Oh no, he has many goddamn
Holy
successes.
Shit.
He has like
9
successes.
Yeah, there's no way I'm getting that. There's no way I'm getting that.
Wow.
I apologize.
Sorry. What did he say? Sorry, so that I feel.
He said that we had knowledge that our Wormfo was talking with other societies.
Well, it would make sense. After all, there is from what I understand, to be a very important position in this upcoming endeavor.
It is.
Well, Mr. Monday, he holds out his hand. I look forward to future conversations.
So do I. We should also talk about your. You helped us a lot in a big deal, and we should talk about the things that how we can repay you.
Repaying me would be repaying my county, and that is as far as you need to go with that one. I don't need any reward for this. It is my service to my county, and thus your people.
He nods. And he slowly, after nodding, slowly leaves, and you see him, he immediately starts making a phone call.
Mhm. All right, and with that, I'm gonna. I realize there's a few things going on in my real life right now. I'd like to stay for more of a scene, but I'm at least gonna go in and make my goodbyes to Caldwell at least.
Yeah.
Caldwell, thank you so much for a lovely evening. I'm afraid I can't stay too much longer for to give you an idea for a specific special or as part of the secret menu for myself. Maybe another day I'll be able to do so. Misha, good to see you as well.
I am the best.
And no one's going to ever take you down, he says as he makes his way out.
Caldwell will follow Charles out and, just let him know, yeah, no problem. I look forward to seeing you again sometime soon. Have a good evening. The niceties.
Yep, indeed.
Yeah,
All right.
she kind of watches him leave, going, yeah, bye to you. So, and she goes, then she gives a finger behind him.
Doesn't even respond to it. And so yeah, I'd like to stay longer, but unfortunately I got some things going on in real life right now. You guys have a great night.
No problem, man. Have a good evening.
Yep. Bye-bye.
So, do you guys want the narrator to bring the other NPC that he was planning to bring? Or you guys want to end the scene soon?
I'm fine.
I don't care
I'm
either
good.
way.
Okay, you guys continue because there might be someone arriving to the scene to do something. You guys just continue.
Okay. So Caldwell walks back and just kind of peers over everyone's tea. Kind of does the refill thing, whether they ask for it or not. And he just says, well, that was interesting. We learned a whole bunch of nothing.
Sometimes you have to be patient, Caldwell.
The fuck is a wormful?
I don't know, but it pissed him off.
Did it?
She's like, it did.
Yeah, I think they weren't supposed to tell us that.
Oh, did I miss something?
Maybe.
It doesn't exactly help my claims of being rather observant then. I need to work on that. Though I do wonder what exactly they're getting out of all this. At least the leadership, Count Leon.
Keeping old deals? That might be all it is.
Maybe.
I don't know, but if we get to go to another place that isn't the dreaming...
I know,
I mean...
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I am looking forward to that.
Can I move the scene to somewhere from the Caldwell's tea shop for just a second?
Take it
Okay.
as you will, narrator.
Thank you. Bailey, where are you?
Probably the fucking junkyard in Lower Manhattan.
Okay. There's this guy came to your junkyard.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks around and tries to find Bailey.
Yeah.
And he says, Bailey.
From the back, from a rather rusty-looking Winnebago, Bailey steps out. Who the fuck are you?
It's me, Anthony. Get over here. Shut up and get over here.
She does not. That is not Anthony's face.
He kind of slowly approaches Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
So like, just a second. I need to put the photo that I found.
Mm-hmm.
I found an angry, like kind of bit angry Andy Samberg photo. So I need to use this.
Okay.
Where is this stupid? Yeah, here. When he comes near you,
That isn't angry. That's kind of weird looking. Like he's dancing or something.
yes, and like he kind of like comes near Bailey, and like when he comes, like you see his face slowly dissolves into what he looks like, Anthony.
Mm-hmm. I forget his rank. What is he again?
Afro.
All right. So she sees him and she wipes the grease off of her face and hands and then does the belly flop. Because nobody's around. It is a private fucking scrapyard.
He looks at Bailey
Mm-hmm.
and says, "Remember when Water asked every alpha in the fucking sept about the connections that the Garu has regarding changelings?"
I can't say I do remember that.
He kind of like goes down near, like sits on his like not knees, but like he kind of like crouches down.
Mm-hmm.
Your Vernfo sessions with Charles Agar, testing him and his shit. What do you think you're doing?
Really? Hold on just a second. Danny woke up like just as this started. I will be right back. I just have to.
No problem.
I will be back in like a minute.
I'm sorry, guys. I apologize.
No, you're cool, man. Everything's
We are
totally cool.
we are super upset.
We're
We are just like
gossiping.
watching drama.
We'll never forgive you. We'll never forgive you.
I think she's just trying to get away from the drama she herself has caused.
Huh?
Carol, she left because she was, of course, getting in trouble, and nobody likes being in a scene where you get in trouble, right?
I don't think that's what she did.
I was just making jokes. Jeez.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So this is how we're gonna kill them all. We're gonna, take this bomb into the reflection. We're just gonna blow them up, all of them.
Actually, it's probably a really good thing Misha didn't bring up Saoirse. Because Saoirse actually...
Not
They
to
literally met... Yeah, they met literally once, and she healed her with a Gaia's breath.
I'm back.
Welcome back, Carol.
Okay.
And he crouches down and says, like, your little Vernfo sessions with Charles Agar.
Wormfo sessions with Charles. We have allies. I'm supposed to be making sure that the body count stays low for us, especially considering what was promised to these individuals. And I wanted to make sure that the people that we are supposed to be fighting side by side aren't going to be causing more work for us.
And why the fuck you told them you're Vernfo? Vernfo is a word that needs to remain in our fucking society. Did you tell them other shit, Bailey?
Like what?
Like words from our kind. Before you fucking answer, Bailey, I'm gonna make this clear to you because sometimes you act like an idiot, but sometimes you act like a really clever person. So shut the fuck up and listen to me. The veil is not only for humans. It's for others as well. Clear?
Understood, Raya.
And if I hear again that this shit gets out of hand from anybody, including, especially by you, because I got my eye on you right now, I will be extremely fucking mad. Because guess what? Not everybody likes this alliance. You're doing what you're told, and we don't know what we're gonna lose by taking these people inside. They're not our friends. Allies of convenience. You understand? You know what the fuck that means?
I do, Raya.
Good. Now, if you may get up and continue your work, you were doing a good job. Until this motherfucking moment. See you later, Bailey.
Thanks, Raya.
No problem. Before I continue, I'll need to talk with the elders and see if this is a veil breach or not. Or there may be an investigation. Just so you know. God. As he like fucking walks off.
She dusts the dirt off of her pants and just so good at keeping secrets, Charles.
Charles Agar made an enemy. You got the achievement. Born our enemy. I'm kidding, by the way.
No, you have the most reluctant fucking wormfoe in the goddamn world. And it's like, we're gonna see it. You're fucking up as a wormfoe. No fucking shit, Sherlock. If this guy were her rank, she would have punched him. Like, you're not doing your job as a wormfoe. I shouldn't be the fucking wormfoe. And that's what she'll be muttering to herself in this imaginary conversation she's having. Oh, you're fucking up as wormfoe. Oh, why the fuck am I a wormfoe? I'm a goddamn fucking ragabash. I should be ragabashing. I shouldn't be fucking wormfoe. And fucking Seth needs to get that fucking shit together, and they're yelling at me because, oh, Bailey, you're fucking up. This whole fucking Seth's fucking up.
I love this.
So, if that's all you need me for, is this little demonstration? Yeah. All right.
I apologize for calling you a scene just to yell at you. I apologize.
No, it's fine. Please, kill her.
Oh no.
No, I won't kill her. You know that.
Bailey.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys continue, and I will bring someone to continue doing the narrator job.
So yeah.
I'm really curious what this world is like.
I know. Can't wait to find out.
Yeah, by the way he was talking, it didn't seem like we were going to get anything else other than just wait and see, so.
Yeah, it seems they want us to be uninformed. Pleasant.
Yeah. It would be nice to get some, like, or at least a preliminary introduction to see how exactly we are affected before the, the hour at hand, but,
Well, I mean, I thought about mentioning my fairy ring thing, but I kind of don't want to unless they have to know. Because if I can get around us and then have that we can draw them in, we could literally take away their supernatural powers if I did well enough.
How big of a... Well, wait, you basically encompassed free hair, so...
The size isn't the thing. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty big too, by the way. But yeah, it's not about the size, it's just being able to come up with all the stuff to make the circle.
Well, what do you need exactly?
Something that makes sense in the area. If we're in, a rocky area, then rocks. If I was in a nursery, I could use stuffed animals.
There is a knock at the door. Someone is like waiting.
Caldwell cuts his eyes at the door.
It's an Autumn-She. He, because of your discerning eye, you see that he does have this small, unlike in the photo, small armor that is only for a chest piece. Sword. He doesn't have a shield, but like his one eye is closed, just like in the photo. There's a big scar there, it's obvious, but like there's still some handsomeness in him, while half of his face is covered.
Does he have that light that follows behind him too?
No.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't have a bunch of army behind him.
Yeah, just asking. Yeah, Caldwell kind of walks over and just says, welcome to Ritual Tea. And he just raises a cork brow. How may I help you, sir?
I heard a rumor. I heard a rumor that this was a place to talk regarding upcoming battle. I wanted to see those who will join us. I am Sir Alexandros Fiona.
Well, Sir Alexandros, please come in. We are esteemed guests, at least from the other side, and Sir Coraris have just left for the evening. I apologize. So it's just us commoners here.
He doesn't say anything. In battle, there are no titles. Doesn't make everyone warrior, as it should. Like see what I meant to say is like title doesn't make everybody warrior, like it should be. So it doesn't, but that should have been the way, but it doesn't. At least to his belief.
If that's what you believe, Sir Alexandros, then I assure you that you will find very friendly people here. Please come in. Would you like some tea?
He comes and nods at everyone. Sees a red cap, doesn't say anything to a red cap, just nods. Looks at Misha, nods and smiles.
She will just nod. Hello.
So Caldwell will just go about. We'll first put a scone in front of him, and go about just giving him some more traditional tea. He doesn't seem like you guys. He's kind of picking up that the guy just doesn't seem like have much time. It just seems like all the nobles seem to have that air tonight about them. And he knows it's a dirty commoner shop, so he's not going to keep him around as longer than he needs to be. So, yeah. So he gets tea and a scone in front of him, and Caldwell just kind of again crosses his arms and watches him for the moment.
He looks for like Misha and Shea to introduce themselves, because they didn't introduce themselves. He is waiting.
Well, we weren't actually part of that conversation over there, so we have no idea who he is either.
Okay, so he comes and then he says I am Sir Alexandros Fiona, the leader of the Red Branch that arrived here, the 4th Infantry Unit. We will join the war with the werewolves.
Misha, Councilwoman of Brooklyn.
Shea. Oh, sorry.
Go on.
Shea. That's it.
I'm sorry.
He nods, and then he turns to Misha and says, "The councilman, Councilwoman, my apologies.
No worries.
I heard about this in Brooklyn. I was surprised, but I'm also surprised that you are joining us. It's
Why?
very good that you take your leadership very seriously.
I'm not exactly a soldier, but I certainly have useful skills.
Carol, are you there?
I
Carol is
certainly
not-
am.
Oh, okay, hello. I was just going to ask one thing. Would this guy heard Misha beat a troll?
Probably.
If
That
he's
was a
done-
big story, wasn't it?
If he's done any sort of like background on the area, then yeah, he would know because it was a fairly big upset of the political structure.
Okay. He looks at Misha and says, Your reputation precedes yourself. I have heard that you have beaten a troll in the challenge against Isidore.
Technically true, but it was with the help of my motley. Meaning magical help, which was well within the rules.
Oh,
But yes,
our army
technically.
doesn't.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Councilwoman.
But yes, technically it's true. I did in fact beat a very large troll. And she kind of grimaces a little bit because she actually does not enjoy that memory. Because killing Bill, just that sucks. So, but yes, I did. He was twice my size. Is twice my size.
I just wanted to inform that if anybody with skill and nice behavior, he has like nice behavior for some reason.
Does he look at Shaya when he says
He
nice
doesn't.
behavior?
He doesn't look at Shea. He didn't look at Shea when he said that. That will be very obvious. To join to fight with the 4th Infantry, they can if they want to, but they will need to follow orders and pass our tests.
She hears 4th Infantry and looks more interested very suddenly.
Oh, see, it's not the Troll Infantry. It's Red Branch Knight Infantry.
But still.
Just so you know.
Oh, I know.
It is an honor to fight alongside with Red Branch. We are... The 4th Infantry is the best of the best. We recently lost our sorcerer, who were casting a magical things on us, arts on us. The arts they will be quite helpful in war.
Dragon's Ire?
I am the Master of Dragon's Ire in my regiment. She was a Master of Primal, but the arts aren't the only. The arts aren't important. It was the different ways that she was using, which was making them quite powerful.
Well,
We
yes.
accept anyone who wishes to join us. Of course, they need to pass our tests. But we are indeed in need of someone who would aid us to make us more powerful as a regiment. And if anybody wishes to fight with us, it will be okay with having them along with us. Before he continues, can you guys roll me intelligence politics?
Let me see how much politics I have. Oh, just one, I think.
Politics or 0. All right.
Politics 0.
I got
Do you
0
have
successes.
Changeling lore? You guys can roll changeling lore as well.
Oh,
Oh.
sweet. I'll do that too.
Okay.
That one got me too.
I think I did
Got-
better with my other roll, but 1.
The fighting alongside a red branch would give you guys, for politicians, it would give you guys kind of like a good look towards from traditional individuals, not just nobles but commoners as well, because red branch knights are respected order. It's one of the biggest. It's actually the biggest martial order in Concordia, and these guys are the best of the best. So like you can just be like, I am the veteran of this war. I fought with Red Branch, and that will be like, that's cool. Like there are commoners who, while there's a lot of corruption in a lot of places, the Red Branch are still respected by many traditional nobles and commoners, or the moderates.
Is it the same result for both the
Yes.
changing law? Okay.
That sounds like a really fortunate opportunity. Fortunate opportunity. Yeah. Sounds like a really good opportunity. Although I am no sorcerer by any means, and my combat skills are severely lacking. I'd probably be more of a hindrance than anything.
The dreaming has given you the duties to keep being keeper of lore and more. I was not expecting you to put your name forward, but even thank you for trying to explaining yourself to me. I hope that you will find duties or things that you can aid. And hopefully we will have less changelings die in this war of others.
That would always be the hope, really.
Agreed, Councilwoman.
What are the tests?
You will survive against me.
Wait, survive? So if we don't survive, if we don't succeed the test, we die?
No, of course not. That will be against right of life. It's a very simple martial thing. We just want you to see how you're good at martial arts or fighting. If you can defend yourself, that's cool. But at the same time,
I'm better at healing than fighting, but I certainly can fight.
He takes a deep breath before he says that. Then he says, we don't have a lot of red caps in our regiment. There's only one. He's a squire of House Gwydion.
There's big eyes from Misha at that. Like, really? That exists?
What is his name?
Grom.
I just wanted to know for personal curiosity.
There are red caps who goes against their nature and tries to serve the cause of the righteous, as House Gwydion would say.
How noble of him.
Yes, he earned a squirehood when he killed a monster to save commoners. I put my sword to his shoulder myself.
I'll save. Yeah. I'm always up for saving people. I'll give it a try, I guess.
Are you sure, Shea?
Oh, see, is it a thing? Well, I guess I can ask, but the way he said it, is it a thing if you join it's permanent, or is it like
No,
for this battle?
you will fight them for the battle.
Yeah, she'll nod. Yeah, I'll fight for this battle.
Then would that be? I will invite you to the training grounds of. Just a second. I need to talk something with Carol. And I will invite you to the training grounds of Baroness Mariposa. She has given me the right to train my my knights and my soldiers there.
Aye, Captain. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go on. You go ahead.
Yeah, when she would finish. She would finish him. She would finish for him to be over.
He will look at Misha, Councilwoman. Mr. Caldwell, would you like to join us?
Sure, I would love to watch this exhibition. And maybe even stick around to maybe see what I pick up, if that's okay. Maybe watching your men in action.
No problem at all. He will look at Misha.
Why not? The simple fact is, whether we go with you or whether we go not with you, we're still all going to the same place.
He nods. I believe that you will have some guards of Count Leon.
Some guards what?
Some guards of Count Leon. They will be there at the battle as well. He will get up after finishing his tea, and then he will pay the money for his tea.
Caldwell won't even tell him about the free cup of pot, free pot of tea offer. He'll take the she's money.
He's a fucking noble.
He can afford it.
They can afford that shit. Okay. He will actually look at every one of them and then let's go all together.
Yeah, Caldwell just goes about buttoning up the shop and locking in the front door and all that jazz.
Okay. You guys go to the freehold of Baroness Mariposa. It's a nice freehold, and in the training ground, which they will go towards immediately, you guys will see some 30 guys who are fighting with big armors, long spears. They have swords as well. Some of them has this crossbow. Some of them actually has chimerical guns.
Like Misha's?
Yes. Like assault rifles and stuff like that.
Oh Jesus, she doesn't have that. She has the heavy pistol with her.
They're not just a community of we will just fight with swords. They seem to have a mixed group. They try to act like they fight in shield, they try to fight in shield wall. They're trying their best. They have the big spears. They see you guys see they're practicing throwing spears as well. And it's a pretty martial place right now. You guys are in a pretty martial area at the moment. And
Gotcha.
and he says the 4th Infantry, as immediately they go around, come meet with them. There are some individuals who stands in the front, which there is couple trolls, one red cap, couple she, it's a mix. There is no Boggans. There are no Boggans. There are no
Selkies?
There are Selkies. There are no Slua.
Of course.
It's not because probably you understand that there's there's a red cap. These guys are not race kitist probably.
Yeah, she excuses.
Okay.
I got you. No problem.
They hate Slua.
Good. Finally, somebody. Damn it.
You got me. They hate Slua. They meet and they say, there is a person who wants the honor of fighting among us.
She just lifts her hands. Sup?
The guy kind of they look for a second, but they look at their commander again because the commander kind of ignores the words you said. The Shea, the Red Cap, wishes to gain the honor of fighting among the best, most toughest sons of bitches in Concordia. And then he turns slowly towards Shea. You want to fight with arts or without the arts?
Misha just looks at Shea like, if you say anything to not arts, that's like the look on her face. Like, if you even, considering that you're not allowed to use them.
Caldwell just kind of like rubs the back of his neck and just kind of looks up at the sky or something. Like, yeah, don't ask me. I don't. If he could whistle, he probably whistle too. But
oh yeah, so I'm muted. No, she just goes, no, without.
He nods. Any weapon you wish to choose. What do you wish to have?
And she digs in her handbag. I got something. And she.
Let's. He kind of she pulls those things and he says, "Let's not kill each other with those."
Okay, well, do you have anything like that?
Yes, we do. He looks at a Red Cap. Red Cap nods. Very militaristically, he brings some of those to you.
Okay, it's wooden, I guess.
It's not wooden. It's actually metal, but like you feel like it's a treasure.
Okay.
And he says those are for training purposes. We will not hurt each other permanently with those things. It's specifically created for training.
She'll nod, and she puts them on. All right. She kind of looks at her hand, kind of moves it around.
The guy takes out his armor. This she, which has like one eye, and he goes and takes a shield and a sword. His men takes his armor because Shea doesn't wear an armor.
Nope.
And he looks at her and says, "There is no dishonor in losing a fair battle."
Oh shit, she's at +2 difficulty for everything too.
Yeah. And then he says, "Hopefully, you will succeed and dreaming will see your good intentions." He slowly pulls his pulls his sword, puts his shield in front of him, and looks at Shea.
Oh, she can use. Well, no, I don't think so. It does. In the rules used to negate the +2 diff.
Can she use what?
Use willpower to negate the +2 diff or anything.
Can
I don't think so.
Carol?
No, the +2 diff is the result of you not having sleep. You can buy your one willpower, your one success with it, but for this first hit, I wouldn't recommend it.
he let's roll initiative, by the way. I think he goes first. He will take an offensive stance, and he will wait for Shea. That's his turn.
Nelson?
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Um,
I forgot I was
takes
muted.
he takes a defensive stance and he waits for Shea.
Okay, so Shea goes for a hit then.
What is Shea is doing?
How is he standing?
He is keeping his shield in front of him. He has a sword in his hand. He is extreme reach on you, by the way. Like it's going to be extremely difficult for Shea to hit him because he has a shield, which gives him like it gives you +2 difficulty to hit him.
So
He has
it's
a
10.
sword, which is another +1. So it's difficulty 10 for you to hit him.
And we can't, fuck it. She's pretty much lost this already, I think.
Well,
You
the long
can't-
reach just makes it harder, that's all.
I mean, it's going to be give 10 to hit him, so.
It's just
well,
a fight.
I mean, just try. I mean,
Yeah.
that's all you can do.
Yeah, sure. She'll try her best, and we can't use willpower for fights, right?
No, sadly we can't.
Fuck! Why is there one?
So, Carol, would you like to explain it, or would you like me to explain it?
Sure. Remember that contract you made long ago?
Which one?
The one with Charles?
Yeah.
Where the first time the Dreaming decided to punish you for that was when you punched the Freehold. This is where we're going to close out the rest of that curse. So, as Shea lunges, she feels her feet go out from under her. The feeling is akin to something wrapping around her ankles, making it impossible to move forward as she wants to. As it grabs a hold of her on this field in this dreaming infused place. It grabs a hold of her and she trips. The sword flies from her hand, landing inches away from one of her very close friends, uncomfortably close. This sword lands in front of Misha, close enough to brush against her clothes, but not enough to draw blood or anything. Just enough to send a point home that if a contract is broken, people can get hurt.
I think like she was not using a sword, but like using like this hand weapon.
The claws.
This
Claws.
claws, then the claws do that. They flail from her hands and land, grazing Misha's shirt and planting themselves into the dirt full force.
Nelson,
Yes.
this is
Yes.
not your turn, but this is his turn, and he like the people kind of looks at Shea as like she already lost the fight, but the guy seems to be very nice and honorable, and he doesn't attack Shea. He is like about to put his sword to his where he pulled the sword from. You have two chances. You can just be like, no, this fight is done. Or you can be like, no, motherfucker, this fight is not done because I have my fists. It's up to you.
Because I see. Would Fight be breaking a contract she did?
The fight did not break a contract. However, the contract led you to having like 2 botched rolls, I think, and this was the second one.
This wasn't a botch, though. It was just a fail.
It
But
makes you
it's a
automatic.
botch now.
If when you break a contract, it makes you automatically have a dramatic botch.
Whenever the ST decides they want to give it to you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, as I have said, right now you have 2 options, which you can be like, this fight is not over because I have my fist, motherfucker, or you can just admit that you have failed.
Yeah,
Like he's about to put his sword back. Like, he already thinks he won. And you lost the challenge.
So she can't really do. I see. If she knows that, if she takes the weapon again, will it do it the same or?
No. But once the dreaming is punished, you feel that like lingering gloom from that contract pass. There was this sort of anger, but the dreaming has taken its payment. It has made its point. And you are back to normal.
She goes back to get the weapon. Then she'll let him put his sword back.
He puts the sword back and he turns his back to you to look at his men. One of the guys, and like nods with his head. Is Shea doing something?
She's putting the weapon back. Wait. Hey. And she turns to him. If we have to do this today, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I'd rather do this another time, but if we have to do this today, we're doing it today. And something happened back then. Back there.
I'm sorry, Shea, but today it seems you have lost the challenge. At least in the eyes of the regiment. If you want to challenge us in the future, please. Doesn't have to be today.
It shall not.
But I recommend you to work on your footwork.
Yeah. She just, not aggressively, but she does kind of toss it back. Like there's a bit of anger in there, but it's all back. It's not like fuck you, you get back. It's like more anger, the anger that she's at her, that she just throws it back at them.
Do you throw the treasure back at them?
Wait, would she? She does have etiquette. Etiquette. So
you already said you were going to do that, though.
Yeah. She doesn't like throw it. It's not too aggressive. It's just like like I said.
They look at the treasure, which like hits in his chest and falls down. And like she slowly raises.
Oh, it's not at him per thing. Like she doesn't throw it at him. She throws it like where it's supposed to be or where he got it from. She doesn't try to throw it at someone.
Okay. They like when you throw it there, you still like the gaze of the she like slowly looks towards you. He takes a deep breath but doesn't say anything.
No, she all. Sorry.
And they like one of the men kind of like goes and like cleans the weapon. the this warrior who were like this guy, Sir Alexandros, comes near Caldwell and Misha and says, "It was a bit quick, but hopefully you guys will enjoy yourselves here. If there's any way we can help you, please tell us."
Caldwell just gives a light smile. I'm just here to basically observe. Though if you wouldn't mind allowing me to maybe try to spar with the squire, maybe to help myself and maybe become better with a blade, I'd appreciate it, but if not, I understand.
Which squire? The Wreck one?
Or anybody. I just figured that would probably be the least offensive.
It's not offensive at all. He says with a smile, like, we hold traditional values to heart, but there is no offense to teach someone how to defend themselves. And he says, Grom, this is the guy you see. What? Grom, come here. And the Grom comes in.
He's dressed fancy for a red cap, isn't he?
He is. And he says, "This is Caldwell, this is Squire Grom." And the Alexandro says, Caldwell thinks that he needs some education regarding how to use a sword, and he thought that he would be the best guy to give it. The Grom says, "Okay, no problem. I will kick his ass soon." And the Alexandro says, "No, don't kick his ass. Just teach him how to use a sword." Okay, I will. I will do that. Come on, Caldwell. Let's go.
You mean right now?
I don't know. You mean right now?
Do it. You got this. Do it, Caldwell.
Okay, can I have the knife instead?
No problem. Knifers are good.
Okay.
But knife is good, but knife is how do I say? It makes you easy to reach, just so you know.
So what, a sword would be better?
It's up to you, man.
Because it not only makes you easier to reach, it's also easier for you to hit someone.
That's true. Wait, are you Misha?
Yes.
I heard about you kick that troll's ass so bad. Oh shit.
Only with help.
And then
yes.
You guys realize Sir Alexandros gives him a look and he says, "Sorry, Councilwoman Misha."
It's fine. No, it's cool. I don't care if you call me Misha.
Yes, Councilwoman Misha.
Oh, Misha looks at his, clearly his higher up, kind of like, it's okay, it really is.
Sir Alexandros nods and slowly leaves. And he looks at the other red cap. "You, hey, shh, hot one."
Yes, she's holding her head because not of annoyance, of trying to get over her headache that she has right now. Yes.
Are you gonna work as well?
I didn't have much sleep, but I suppose I can try.
None of us had. Don't worry. It's gonna be okay. You get used to it.
As she gets up. Can I have that thing again?
No. You throw it. You don't get it. You can have your own, but don't kill anybody.
I'll try. She smiles and she puts it on.
Okay, I don't. If you guys want to roll dice and stuff, we can, but we can end the scene here as well if you guys want to.
Okay.
I mean, Caldwell will use a knife, and I'm good with just saying it's off screen. That's
I'm good with saying it's off screen. Yeah, I don't mind.
So with everyone kind of participating in their own kind of little small fight or mock fight, and maybe Misha and Naba kind of cheering them on, we'll kind of end our scene there. Thank you, watchers, for watching. Thank you, players, for playing. Have a good evening.